Good day, Australia. Harry Dent from the United States. Now, this is an important time in the economy. What I'm known for is not just being a best-selling author of many books, and a lot of those have been in Australia as well, but seeing important turning points in the economy that almost nobody else sees. I saw in late 80s, 89 to be exact, we predicted that Japan would go down for more than a decade, and nobody saw that coming. In the early 1990s, we predicted the greatest boom in history, especially in the United States, Europe, and countries like Australia, while Japan would be falling. Almost nobody saw that coming either. And when we finally had that great bubble and headed towards the 10,000 target we had for the Dow by 2000, we predicted the internet bubble peak in February of 2000, and then we had the real estate bubble in the United States to follow. We predicted that peak in late 2005, just a few months before it actually peaked in early 2006. And the most important predictions we made all the way back from late 89, when we first started forecasting and using the tools I use, was that the U.S. economy and many countries around the world would peak in 2007, and we'd go into a 12 to 13 year downturn into 2020, even 2023. And in fact, that would be like the next Great Depression. We said that because we have tools that will predict economic trends, not years in advance, but decades in advance. And the reason I'm coming back to Australia now in early 2014, February to be specific, for Secure the Future, is that this is one of those key turning points. For the first time since 1930 to 34, I have four key cycles that are all pointing down at the same time. A demographic cycle for consumer spending, a geopolitical cycle globally, the commodity cycle, which greatly impacts Australia and many emerging countries, and a 10-year business cycle, all pointing down at the same time. Again, this has only happened once in the last century, probably not in our lifetimes. So what we've seen is since the downturn in 2008, governments around the world have been stimulating stronger than ever. I mean, unprecedented amounts of stimulus to keep this debt deleveraging, this depression we've been predicting from happening. They will not. Debt ratios are at such levels, twice what we've seen in any debt bubble in past history, and demographic trends, the largest generation in history, the baby boom, is set to slow in spending in one country after the next. And I'm going to have a new book coming out in Australia right at the time I'm there in late January, early February, called The Demographic Cliff. And that's the whole point there. The governments are fighting something much bigger than them. If Japan was the first to go off this baby boom spending and demographic cliff, the United States in 2008, as we predicted 20 years ago, Europe is next. Australia does the best, but you're still going to be affected by this whole global downturn. So again, what do I have to offer at this conference? Unique investment and business strategies that you will not see anywhere else. A unique view of the economy that breaks it into 4 seasons, and we're entering the most challenging and difficult season, what I call the winter season, but it is the most opportune for the investors and businesses that see it coming. So I'm going to look at, in depth, how to invest. How do businesses turn this difficult downturn to their advantages? Because you know what? Most of your competitors are going to go under. And what is the real safe haven for investment? And you know what? It's not gold, and it's not even the Aussie dollar. So again, it's going to take a lot more time. I'm going to talk about many, many topics. But for Australia, what's important, particularly important, is that basically, you've got China, the greatest bubble in history. 20% of your exports go to China. China is the greatest factor in the whole Pacific Rim part of the economy you're in, and a major global factor. China's got the greatest bubble in history. Overinvestment in infrastructures, overexpansion of people from rural to urban areas. That's natural to happen, but not at the rate China's doing it. But most importantly, the most overvalued real estate ever in modern history. China's bubble's going to burst. Believe me, it's just a matter of when rather than if. And that is going to affect Australia more than most countries. Your real estate bubble, which is still one of the strongest in the world, is going to go down in the future. So that's going to have major implications. So we're going to cover many things like this, but you are not going to skate through the next downturn like you did the next one. So again, we're going to talk to you about how to get through this, how to take advantage of it, because it will be an opportunity for the best entrepreneurs and investors. So If you're into building extreme wealth, which is what this time period is, register for this conference now. Now, just to summarize, my pledge to you, you come to this conference, you will never see the economy in the same light again. You will understand things that most economists don't understand, and you will see the opportunities, not the threats. And remember, sign up now. I look forward to coming to Australia, seeing you in February. You are my favorite country in the world, and I'm not kidding about that.
So here's how you can join me at Secure the Future along with Mark Bouris and all the hand-picked titans of business. Now, you're not going to believe this. A single seat at this event is valued at $179, which is ridiculous when you consider what this event could do for you in the future. But it gets even better. The good news is that you can secure a general admission ticket for just $67, and even then, we're not going to keep a cent of your money. Every cent of that will be donated to Australian Cancer Research Foundation to help in the fight of prostate and ovarian cancer. In fact, our goal with your help is to raise $100,000 or more for this great cause. So in reality, the event is free to attend. All we ask is a small donation to cancer research. Now, the one-off 3-day Secure the Future Super Conferences are being held in Sydney, commencing on Friday, 14th of February through to Sunday, the 16th of February at the Big Top Luna Park. And then the following weekend is Brisbane, commencing on Friday the 21st of February through to Sunday the 23rd of February at the Pullman Hotel in Brisbane. Understand, the last time I was in Australia in 2011, these events were a sellout. So whatever you do, don't drag your feet on this, not this time around. You see, we only have comfortable seating for 700 to 800 at each event. Now, I'm not just saying this, but over 5,000 people have registered to be notified about this event, so there is a possibility that the seats will be snapped up in just a couple of days. And if that doesn't happen, no big deal. We've got radio, TV, and print interviews planned in the week or so leading up to Secure the Future 2014. So here's what I want you to do. Click on the appropriate Buy Now button here. Book any number of seats now for just $67, none of which we will keep, as of course it will go to cancer research. One more thing, if you are one of the first 500 people to sign up, you will instantly receive via email 3 incredibly valuable free bonuses, genuinely valued at $429, including the first 100 million, a very old sought after book by E. Haldeman Julius. Second, the 9 Laws of Speed Wealth by the millionaire maker Mal Emery. Third, the big, fat, beefy manual entitled 101 Secrets to a Six-Figure Plus Income. With the bonuses genuinely being valued at $429, it makes the $67 general admission price donation pale in significance. And as I said, there are only 500 of these available. When they're gone, they're gone. I know that I, Mark Bouris, and the other titans of business look forward to working with you over these power-packed days. From a personal point of view, I promise you unique information on investment and business strategies that you will not hear anywhere else. I also promise you will never see the economy in the same way you did prior to attending. You will in fact understand things that most economists don't understand and see opportunities where others see threats. So don't wait, book your seat now.